Chapter 1. On our third wedding anniversary, Miranda straight up kissed her assistant, Philip, right there in front of everyone at the company's annual meeting. The applause from the crowd was loud as hell, and the host even joked, "Looks like the marketing manager has found true love." I sat in the audience, holding a champagne glass, smiling and clapping like nothing was wrong. The moment Miranda spotted me, her face went ghost white. She rushed to shove Philip away. If this were the old me, I'd have stormed the stage and ripped her fake act apart, let everyone have a front row seat to the mess. But this time, my heart was dead calm, like still water. No waves. No rage. Nothing. After the meeting, Miranda chased me down in the parking lot, totally flustered. "Henry, listen to me, I drank too much just now." I started the car. "Get in. We'll talk at home." She froze for a second, then carefully sat in the passenger seat. The whole drive was dead silent. No words. Just tension thick enough to choke on. At home, I went into the kitchen to warm some milk. Miranda hovered by the door, hesitating. Aren't you going to ask me about it?" Her voice was shaky. I turned around calmly. "Ask about what?" "About what happened on stage." "Oh," I said flatly. "Congrats to you both." Her face kept changing colors. Finally, biting her lip, she said, "Henry, I was just confused for a moment." "Philip, what about him?" "He said he was going to quit and I couldn't bear it." I put the cup down and looked straight at her. "So you kissed him to keep him?" "No." She denied it instantly. "We didn't do anything." I nodded. "But then nothing's going on." I picked up the milk and walked into the study. Behind me, I heard Miranda start sobbing. In the past, I couldn't stand seeing her cry. The moment her eyes turned red, my heart would shatter. I'd want to lay the whole damn world at her feet. But now, her tears felt fake as hell. Just crocodile tears. That night, Miranda tiptoed into the study. "Honey, I was wrong. Please forgive me." She knelt beside my chair, tears dripping nonstop. This move used to work every time. I'd soften, pull her into my arms, say it was okay. This time, I just glanced at her and kept working. "Miranda, get up. The floor's cold." A spark of hope lit up her eyes. "Does that mean you forgive me?" "No, I didn't even look up. Just reminding you to take care of your health." She froze, kneeling there forever. After signing the last contract, I stood up and headed toward the bedroom. Passing her, I paused. "Oh, by the way, starting tomorrow, you'll sleep in the guest room." "Why?" She panicked. "I've got a cleanliness obsession." Those words hit her like a slap. Her face flushed bright red. I walked into the bedroom and shut the door. Outside, her crying got louder and louder. Before, I would have felt bad and opened the door to comfort her. But it was just annoying noise. I put on my headphones and kept working. Chapter 2. The next day, when I got to the office, Miranda was already waiting outside my door. She had on light makeup, wearing the dress I once praised, holding breakfast in her hands. "Honey, I bought you milk and bread." I took it, said thanks, and dumped it straight into the trash. "Henry." She raised her voice without meaning to. I glanced at her. "Watch yourself, Manager Miranda." Her face went pale then red. Finally, she clenched her teeth and walked back to her office. At the morning meeting, I sat in the main seat. Miranda and Philip sat across from me. Philip wore a new suit, hair perfectly styled, young, handsome, looking smug. He kept sneaking looks at Miranda, eyes full of admiration. Miranda kept staring at me instead, trying to find even a shred of emotion on my face. Too bad, I stayed stone cold the whole time. Halfway through, Philip's phone rang. Pikachu ringtone. He blushed and hung up fast. "Sorry," I said calmly. "Assistant Philip, keep your phone on silent during meetings." "Yes, President Koo." Miranda jumped in. "He's new and doesn't fully understand the rules." I looked at her. "Manager Miranda, as his supervisor, you should train him better." "Yes." After the meeting, I stopped Miranda. "I don't want to hear any more rumors about you and Philip." Panic flashed in her eyes. "Henry, I really didn't." "Doesn't matter." I cut her off. What matters is the company's reputation. Do you still care about me? She asked softly. I stayed silent for a few seconds. Miranda, we're co-workers and a married couple. Know your place. I left. That afternoon, Mason came by. Bro, what's wrong? You look wrecked. I told him everything. He slammed the table. Damn, Miranda's messed up. Relax, I said, pouring tea. It's over. Over? Just like that. What else is there? He stared at me. You've changed. Yeah. I nodded. I've changed. But she's not worth it. The secretary knocked. President Koo, Manager Miranda wants to see you. Let her in. Miranda walked in, awkward seeing Mason there. Mason's here too. Mason ignored her and left. She rushed toward me. Honey, do you still love me? I pushed her away. Manager Miranda, act professional. Henry, you can't treat me like this at work. Why not? Because I'm your wife. I nodded. Then when you kissed another man on stage, did you think about me? She had nothing to say. Since you chose to cheat at work, deal with the consequences. Philip's being transferred. No. She panicked. I'm the vice president. Decision's final. I grabbed my coat. Where are you going? Business trip. 1 week. Truth is, I just didn't want to see her face. Chapter 3. I stayed at the hotel for 3 days. Miranda spammed me. Apologies, threats, then begging. I ignored it all. On day 4, Mason showed up. Hiding won't fix this. I'm not hiding. Then go home. I don't want to. Why? Seeing her makes me sick. He paused. Then divorce her. That word hit hard. Divorce. I'll think about it. That night, Miranda sent a long message begging me to come back. I deleted it and blocked her. Day 5, the secretary called. Manager Miranda fainted. Hospital? Take her. Do you want to come? No. Day 6, I returned. Philip resigned. Approve it. Philip even called me. Miranda almost died for you. So, don't you care? Why should I? I hung up. That night I went home. Miranda was cooking. Sweet and sour ribs. Tomato egg soup. You're not mad anymore? Not mad. Really? Really? Miranda, let's talk. I placed the divorce agreement in front of her. Chapter 4. She stared at it, face pale as death. You're joking, right? I'm serious. Why? I showed her the chat logs. 6 months worth. She collapsed. No need to explain, I said. I just want out. She knelt. I can't live without you. I felt nothing. You won't die, I said calmly. You've got Philip. She denied it. I showed her a photo. It was a photo of them hugging outside a hotel, dated a month ago. Is this what you call just colleagues? When Miranda saw the picture, she completely broke down, like her whole world just crashed. Henry. She let go of my leg and collapsed straight onto the floor. When did you start doubting me? The first time I saw you text him, I miss you, in the middle of the night. Then why didn't you question me? Would it have mattered? I shot back. Would you have admitted it? She went quiet. Miranda, I'll give you 3 days to think it through. After 3 days, whether you sign or not, I'll file for divorce. With that, I grabbed my coat and turned to leave. Where are you going? She asked in a panic. The hotel. Henry Koo. She tried to get up and chase after me, but her legs gave out and she collapsed again. You can't treat me like this. Why can't I? Because I love you. I stopped, turned around and looked at her. Love me? Yes, I love you. Then why did you cheat? I was just confused for a moment. I shook my head. Miranda, if you really loved someone, you wouldn't cheat. You just couldn't stand losing me as your backup plan. No. She cried hysterically. Henry, I really love you. If you really loved me, I said coldly, you'd sign the divorce papers and stop wasting both our time. With that, I left without looking back. Behind me, Miranda was crying her heart out, but I didn't listen. That night at the hotel, I slept insanely well. The house without Miranda? Quiet like heaven. Chapter 5. Early the next morning, Mason called me. Henry, Miranda went to my company and caused a whole mess. What kind of mess? She said you want a divorce and asked me to talk you out of it. I rubbed my temples. What did you say? I said I support your decision. Then she lost it, yelling that I was trying to break your marriage apart. Sorry for dragging you into this. It's fine, Mason said. But Henry, have you really thought this through? I have. Then stick to it. Don't go soft. After hanging up, I got ready to head to the company. The moment I stepped out of the hotel room, I saw Miranda sitting in the lobby. She clearly hadn't slept all night. Her eyes were red and swollen, hair a total mess. The second she saw me, she jumped up. Henry! I pretended I didn't see her and walked straight out. She chased after me. Henry, wait for me. I got into the car. She started banging on the window. Henry, open the door. I started the car and slowly drove away. In the rearview mirror, I saw her stumble a few steps before finally stopping. She squatted on the roadside and cried like she'd lost everything. When I arrived at the company, the secretary informed me, President Koo, manager Miranda has taken sick leave. Got it. At the morning meeting, the marketing director presented in her place. Halfway through, Miranda suddenly burst into the room. Same clothes as yesterday. Hair a wreck. Face pale as hell. President Koo, she walked up to me. I have important work to report. The room went dead silent. Everyone was watching the drama. Manager Miranda, you're on sick leave. You shouldn't be here, I said calmly. I'm not sick, she shouted. I want to work. Manager Miranda, please calm down. I am calm. Then she suddenly dropped to her knees. President Koo, please don't abandon me. Gasps filled the room. I stared at her with zero emotion. Manager Miranda, this is a company. Know the time and place. I don't care, she cried. Henry, I can't live without you. I pressed the intercom. Security, please come upstairs. Henry. She panicked. You can't do this to me. Security arrived fast. I gestured. Please escort Manager Miranda out. Yes, President Koo. They tried to help her up, but she struggled hard. Don't touch me. Henry Koo, you can't do this. In the end, she was dragged out of the meeting room. I continued the meeting like nothing happened, though I could feel everyone's sneaking looks at me. Afterward, the vice president came over. Henry, this can't keep going. I know. The company's image matters. I'll handle it. That afternoon, HR informed me, President Koo, Manager Miranda has been suspended by the board. Reason? She damaged the company's image. I nodded. That outcome was expected. What she pulled today was a straight-up violation. That evening, while I was working in my hotel room, the doorbell rang. It was Philip. President Koo, can I come in and talk? Come in. He sat down and went straight to the point. I want to talk about Miranda. Still about her? Yes. Miranda tried to kill herself today by cutting her wrists. My pen froze. What? Neighbors found her in time. She's in the hospital now. I stayed silent for a few seconds. Why tell me? She kept calling your name. Oh. Philip looked shocked at my reaction. President Koo, aren't you worried at all? Why should I be? She's your wife. Not for long. Philip stood up angrily. How can you be this cold? I looked at him. Mr. Philip, you should know better than anyone why she did this. What do you mean? If she hadn't cheated, none of this would have happened. He was speechless. And, I continued, she didn't try to kill herself because she lost love. She did it because she lost her backup. You're heartless. Heartless. I laughed. When she was dating you behind my back, did she ever care how I felt? Philip lowered his head, too ashamed to look at me. Now she's desperate and suddenly I'm the bad guy? That's hilarious. Philip slammed the door on his way out. I kept working, totally unfazed. Miranda's life or death had nothing to do with me anymore. Chapter 6. The next day, I went to work as usual. The secretary said, President Koo, the hospital called. Manager Miranda wants to see you. Tell them I'm busy. But. No buts. At noon, Mason came to lunch with me. I heard Miranda tried to kill herself. Yes. You're not going to see her? No. Mason sighed. Henry, you've really changed. For better or worse? You're more rational now. While eating, my phone rang. A known number. Is this President Koo? I'm Miranda's mother. I paused. Hello, Auntie. Miranda's in the hospital. Can you come see her? Sorry, I'm working. Is work more important than your wife? She scolded. Auntie, she's not my daughter. She's my wife. Or soon-to-be ex-wife. Ex-wife? You're not divorced yet. We will be. Henry, she almost died for you and you feel nothing? I don't feel sorry. She went silent. Auntie, I continued, if you care about her, tell her to sign the papers so we can all move on. How can you say that? How can I not? Miranda loves you so much. Loves me? I cut in. Do you know about her affair? Silence. Looks like you do. Then don't use love to guilt trip me. But. There is no but. She messed up and she pays the price. I hung up. Mason stared at me. You didn't give her mom any face. Why should I? She's still your mother-in-law. Not for long. He shook his head. I barely recognize you. So what do you think now? You're fine, he said after thinking. At least you won't cry over a woman again. That afternoon, during a meeting, the secretary came in. President Koo, a lawyer, is here. Let her in. A young female lawyer walked in, pretty, sharp, strong aura. Hello, President Koo. I'm Tiffany, Miranda's attorney. She handed me a document. My client refuses the divorce. That's impossible. She wants to save the marriage. Save it. I laughed. After cheating? Mistakes happen. Mistakes have consequences. I cut her off. Are you mediating or lecturing me? She paused. Sorry. If she won't agree, we go legal. I have proof. What proof? I showed her the chat records. Her face changed instantly. These are real. Absolutely. She sat silent. I need to talk to my client again. At the door, she turned back. President Koo, personally, I think you're right. Why? Cheating is cheating. No excuses. That night, a news report played. A department manager attempted suicide due to emotional disputes. I turned off the TV. Tomorrow was a new day. Chapter 7. On the third morning, Tiffany called. President Koo, Miranda agreed to the divorce. Good. But she has one request. What? She wants to see you one last time. After thinking, I agreed. At the hospital, Miranda lay there, wrist bandaged, face pale. She looked surprised when she saw me. You came. I know I was wrong. I know. Can you forgive me? No. Her eyes went dull. Why? Because forgiving you means nothing to me. I swear I won't do it again. Swears are cheap. She cried. Why are you so heartless? I'm not heartless. I'm awake. Are our 3 years just gone? 3 years. I sneered. Was there ever a day you truly cared about me? She froze. You were with me for money. Married me for status. And Philip? Young, handsome, fed your ego. She stayed silent. You never loved me. You loved what I gave you. Henry. Now you threaten suicide because you're losing me? Sorry. Not buying it. She cried uncontrollably. Please don't leave me. Why shouldn't I? Because I can't live without you. Then why didn't you think about that when you cheated? She was sobbing so hard she couldn't even talk. I stood up. Miranda, the divorce agreement has already been sent by my lawyer. Just sign it. I won't sign. Then we'll see each other in court. I turned to leave, but she suddenly called out to me. Henry, is there anything else? If I sign, will you come see me sometimes? I shook my head. No. Then, will you miss me? No. She completely broke down, collapsing back onto the bed like all the life drained out of her. I walked out of the room, and Tiffany was standing at the door. President Koo, you're really decisive. She's kind of pitiful. Pitiful? I stopped and turned around. Lawyer Sue, who do you think is pitiful, me or her? I was betrayed, lied to, and hurt, and now I'm supposed to feel sorry for the person who stabbed me in the back? Tiffany didn't know what to say. Lawyer Sue, if you were in my place, what would you do? I'd choose to divorce too. Exactly. That evening, Tiffany called. President Koo, Miranda signed. Good. When should we handle the divorce formalities? The sooner, the better. How about tomorrow morning? That works. After hanging up, I let out a long breath. Finally. This messed up marriage was finally over. Chapter 8. The next morning, Miranda and I went to the Civil Affairs Bureau to finalize the divorce. She sat in a wheelchair, face pale, eyes empty. The whole time, she didn't say a single word. When the staff handed us the divorce certificate, she suddenly started crying. Henry, is it really over? It's over. I put the certificate away. Miranda, you're free now. I don't want to be free. But I do. With that, I walked out without looking back. The sun was blazing outside. I took a deep breath. Man, freedom felt damn good. Tiffany drove me back to the company. President Koo, how are you feeling now? She asked. Good. Not sad at all? Why would I be? After all, it was 3 years. Lawyer Sue, I looked at her. Do you think one-sided love even counts as love? She thought for a moment. No. Exactly. When we reached the building, before I got out, I said, Lawyer Sue, thanks for everything. You're welcome. She smiled. President Koo, I actually admire you. Why? Not everyone can let go so cleanly. That's because it wasn't worth holding on to. She nodded. President Koo, would you be willing to be friends? I was a bit surprised. Sure. Can I have your contact info? Of course. We exchanged numbers. President Koo, she said shyly, I think you're a really good person. Thank you. A man like you will definitely meet someone better. I smiled. Thanks for the blessing. After seeing Tiffany off, I went back to my office. The secretary said, President Koo, the chairman wants to see you. I went upstairs. Henry, sit, the chairman said. I heard you got divorced. Yes. You handled Miranda's situation well. Thank you, Chairman. The company isn't a charity. It won't tolerate people who ruin the atmosphere. I understand. Now that you're single, you can focus more on work. He smiled. I plan to transfer you to headquarters. Headquarters? I was shocked. Yes, as vice president. That hit me out of nowhere. Thank you for trusting me, Chairman. You earned it. He patted my shoulder. Young man, your future's wide open. I left his office in an amazing mood. The divorce didn't ruin my career, it boosted it. That night, Mason dragged me out for dinner. Henry, congrats on your new life. He raised his glass. Thanks. How do you feel now? Light. Like I finally dropped a ton of baggage. That's how it should be. He took a sip. Henry, I gotta say, Miranda never deserved you. Why is that? She was selfish. She wanted everything from you but never gave her heart. Doesn't matter now. Right, ancient history. Mason suddenly grinned. I want to introduce you to someone. No need. I'm not dating. Why not? I'm enjoying being single. That's fair. No rush. Just then my phone rang. It was Tiffany. President Koo, sorry to bother you. It's fine. What's up? I have some legal questions. I'm not a lawyer. It's about a business contract. You know more than I do. Well, let's find a time to talk it through. When works for you? Tomorrow night. Deal. After hanging up, Mason laughed. Damn, that was fast. A woman already calling you. It's not like that. She's my lawyer. A lawyer? Mason's eyes lit up. The divorce one? Yeah. Is she cute? She's okay. Henry, this is your chance. Chance for what? To chase her. Mason said seriously. Fresh start, bro. Stop it. It's business. Business that might turn into more. I didn't reply, but honestly, Tiffany did leave a good impression. Chapter 9. The next evening, I met Tiffany at a quiet cafe. White shirt, black skirt, clean, elegant, smart vibes. President Koo, thanks for meeting me. My pleasure. What legal issue? Well, she looked embarrassed. Actually, it's not legal. Then, I wanted to treat you to dinner. To thank you. I paused, then smiled. That's it. You don't mind? Not at all. We talked about work, life, dreams, everything. She was funny, sharp, easy to talk to. President Koo, she suddenly asked, do you miss Miranda? No. Not even a bit? Not at all. Why? She's not worth it. She nodded. You're very rational. Sometimes you're forced to be. If you keep being emotional, you're the only one who gets hurt. She thought about it. Why'd you become a lawyer? I asked. Because I believe in fairness. Was my divorce fair? Very. She said firmly. What if your boyfriend betrayed you? I'd leave. No hesitation. No excuses. I admire that. I think we're similar. Yes. She smiled. Actually, I think we're a good match. For what? For friends. She blushed. Friends sounds good. Later, I drove her home. President Koo, she said suddenly, can I ask something personal? Go ahead. Do you have feelings for me? I answered honestly. Yes. Her eyes lit up. Then, can we try dating? Are you sure? I just got divorced. I can wait. Why? Because you're worth it. That hit deep. Thank you, I said. For what? For making me believe there are still real people out there. Let's start as friends, she said softly. Okay. That night, I slept better than I had in years. Chapter 10. 1 year after marriage, we had a child. During Tiffany's pregnancy, I cooked, walked with her, listened to her, things I never had with Miranda. Hubby, she asked one day, do you ever think about Miranda? No. Not even a little? Not at all. I touched her belly. It's just you and the baby now. After the baby was born, I finally understood what home meant. One day Mason said, Henry, you look happy. I am. You remember crying over Miranda? I was dumb. You were just too kind. I smiled. The past stays in the past. Good. That night, Tiffany asked, what if Miranda comes back? I wouldn't meet her. Not soft-hearted? No, I hugged her. Why would I look back? That wasn't love, I said. This is. 5 years later, I became Sue. Tiffany became a famous lawyer. Our child was healthy. Our life was solid. Miranda? Just a lesson. Tiffany? My future. And the old Henry? Gone for good.